Hi everyone. It is 7:16 p.m. on Monday, May 4th, 2020. Only a little while since I did the last live stream on the piano. But you see, we brought Elena in, but she got up and left. And there may be reasons for that, I don't know. But if she didn't want to, so we left her outside. But once I started doing a live stream, Elena's nonverbal, but she can be very expressive. And suddenly she was looking like this when I finished the live stream. And it wasn't difficult for Zeke and I to understand she really wanted to be in it. Not to embarrass you, my darling. There's no reason. I'm grateful. I appreciate you wanting to be part of this. And so, I'm doing tomorrow's live stream now. But sit back, because people don't know. They think that means you don't want to hear it. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 ghazals. And I've already aired them in these sort of work versions that I recorded in the middle of the night, So I'm going to do them hopefully clean right here, and then 2 or 3 of Francis's ghazals from In Dust I Sing, and then I'll read 2 of mine from my book. Okay, so the first one is The Tracks We Follow Lead Back to the Place from Where We Came. The tracks we follow lead back to the place from which we came. We are mighty hunters, yet we ourselves are the game. The beloved whom we have enthroned in our hearts is our own self, but of love we suffer the darts. This is why we are the most foolish men alive. Out of simple truth, a great puzzle we contrive. It was we, in the first place, who planted the vine. Yet we take our cups to another to fill with wine. We were born men, yet we turned ourselves into misses, desiring more than anything a certain divine man's kisses. Here the so-called monotheists will indeed have a great laugh, yet such is our fare. Their food is nothing but straw chaff. We know all about oneness, but delight in love's game. They are dry sticks, we are moths, both fuel for the one flame, both fuel for the one flame. It was we, in the first place, who planted the vine, yet we take our cups to another to fill with wine. We were born men, yet turned ourselves into misses, desiring more than anything a certain divine man's kisses. Here the so-called monotheists will indeed have a great laugh. Yet such is our fare. Their food is nothing but straw chaff. We know all about oneness, but delight in love's game. They are dry sticks, we are moths, both fuel for the one flame, both fuel for the one flame. The tracks we follow lead back to the place from which we came. We are mighty hunters, yet we ourselves are the game. The beloved whom we have enthroned in our hearts is our own self, but of love we suffer the darts, but of love we suffer the darts, but of love we suffer the darts. Okay, and I think one of these I did, but there was so much, I was experimenting and there was so much reverb on the vocal and you couldn't make out a word. So, here's another one. This might have been that one. Whoops, God bless you. God bless you, Elena. You okay? Oops, she needs a hold on. A napkin. That's mine, but okay, here we go. Whoops, sorry, here we go. So, lean over this way. I got the guitar, I can't. Yeah. You want to blow? All right. Sorry, baby. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. This one is ghazal number 41. Love delights in green places. Love delights in green places, in the songs of birds and fountains, but the lover is led across sandy deserts and stone mountains. He is sent to regions where the night wind freezes and the noon sun sears, to build a throne for his beloved and make a garden with his tears. In farness is nearness, in separation is presence, and suffering is a sword that cuts away pretense. Desire draws the lover towards a fulfillment which is separation. Love drives him apart and on to union's perfect station. This union alone may be called the beloved's grace. All else is thistle down that little children chase. But union is death to a man as it is to a bee. Seek the beloved's pleasure. Seek the beloved's pleasure. Seek the beloved's pleasure. And in that become free. In that become free. Love delights in green places where birds sing and flowers dream. Along the banks of tears, meandering silver stream. Love delights in green places where birds sing and flowers dream. Along the banks of tears, meandering silver stream. But union is death to a man as it is to a bee. Seek the beloved's pleasure. 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 the beloved's pleasure, and in that become free, and in that become free, and in that become free, become free, become free. But union is death to a man, is death to a man as it is to a bee. Seek the beloved's pleasure. Seek the beloved's pleasure. Seek the beloved's pleasure, and in that become free, and in that become free. Seek the beloved's pleasure. Seek the beloved's pleasure. Seek the beloved's pleasure. And in that become free. Become free. Become free. Become free. Elena, you made me do some improvising there. Hold on, folks. Elena, I'm gonna sit you back down because you made such a fuss to be here. So, and you can't stand in front of the camera because nobody can see you or me. I'm gonna put this here. Don't be upset. This is just so that you'll be encouraged to stay put. Okay? At least until we finish the video. Right, folks? Back me up on this, please. I'm not being cruel or harsh, I swear it. Oh my. Okay. So, now that's a bit of the look we got before. Okay. So, love, delights, and green places. And the last one, before I read my two ghazals, is Rafferty, which is ghazal number 144 from And Dust I Sing. Oh. Let's put some weight down there, maybe. Okay. Now my old soul, okay, close it up a bit, there we go. Now my old soul with my face to a wall, Rafferty, a playing music unto empty pockets, eyes without light, not blind as you were, but stone of stupor sunken in sockets. Such has been the fate of poets in all ages, Rafferty. No wonder that on the whole as a tribe, and in this machine age more than before, Rafferty, we are the butt of ridicule and jive. We should have taken up weapon improvement or designing architectural oddities, instead of being beggars at doors for love is in shortest supply of all commodities. La do 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 do. Oh, bum 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 bum. No wonder that we take to drink, and in drunkenness are unashamed. For in wine is nearness to our beloved, and drunk and sober our way of life is blamed. What can the easy talkers with their heaped tables, Rafferty, and air-conditioned and companioned sleep know of our plight who plow and sow, Rafferty, but no golden harvest ever reap? Let them condemn us if it pleases them. We being poets have the last word. We can make cradle songs for mothers, and equally well forge a keen sword. What does it matter, Rafferty, that we play unto empty pockets, that we must go our way by the light in our hearts, because our eyes are stone sunken in sockets? Now am I also with my face to the wall, Rafferty, playing music unto empty pockets, eyes without light, not blind as you were, but stone of stupor sunken in sockets. Oh. Okay. I have a thing about wanting to do these things and have them all be perfect. And one thing I've learned from Mayor Baba is the idea of pleasing the beloved perfectly is an ego notion. And he went to great lengths, and often with great humor, with his close ones, to help them awaken to that truth. And there's one story with his disciple Bauji, who was charged with taking care of a must. Musts were people who seemed to be, like Elena actually, seemed out of it. Now in Elena's case, she's very present internally and is very intelligent and has clear feelings and sophisticated feelings even, but you can't see it from the outside. The musts, you see this sort of thing from the outside, but inside they are lost in God. They are on the higher planes of consciousness and totally oblivious to this world. And Baba used to take great care of them and used to insist that the disciples tended to all of their physical needs, which was a necessity. And one time this disciple Bauji Baba was always finding some flaw in what Bauji had done. And he said, this time I am going to take such good care of that must that Baba will have to be pleased at how perfectly he was taken care of. And every last detail he looked after, and the must was in a kind of a thatched hut. And it's time for Baba's visit, and he goes and he brings Baba in, and Baba turns around to Bauji and dictates, because he was in silence, "Are you trying to kill my must?" And Bauji turned around, and the entire wall of the hut had fallen down. It didn't fall on the must, but it had fallen down. So these live streams have given me daily experience of not thinking I can make this anything that's going to be worth your while to come every day or every once in a while to come and listen to. Even the music, it comes from Baba, comes from God, not from me. But the ego doesn't, says, yeah, but. So I'm really grateful that I have this divine companion here to remind me, are you trying to kill my must? So All right, so these are the two ghazals I'm going to read. And this first one, I want to shout out to my friend Max Reef, who started a group about Francis Brabazon's poetry on Facebook. And he and I both happened to be in Assisi back in, I think it was 92, when that same disciple, Bao, was visiting and was actually invited to give a talk about Meher Baba at the Church of St. Francis in Assisi, where his tomb is in the floor below the church. And at one point, we traveled with him to a hill nearby, a cave, where Meher Baba had spent the night, and afterwards said he had had a meeting with the entire spiritual hierarchy, mapping out the destiny of the world for the next 1,000 or so years. And we got to visit this place, and Max made a magnificent painting of it, not impressionist, but impressionistic, and you could feel that meeting of the hierarchy. Anyway, so this was a ghazal I wrote about that maybe 12 years ago. It's my ghazal number 357 from this book of mine, 424 Ways to Find Your Lover. There are 424 ghazals, one-page poems. And the lover it refers to is the divine lover within each one of us that is always singing the song of love to the divine beloved. So this is my ghazal 357, In a Cave at Assisi. In a cave at Assisi, you sat all through the night, just like that, meeting with your spiritual crew, mapping out what life would do for the next 2,000 years or so, how and where the love will flow. Painting in broad strokes and exceedingly fine, a broad swath on a vast canvas, and the most delicate, intimate line. My artist friend, an intrepid fellow, painted that scene in bursts of yellow with bits of orange, some green and blue, to depict that wondrous thing you do in a humble human form, sublime. You can never be anything less than divine. So, and still one of my favorite paintings. He gave it to me as a gift when we came back to New York. The second ghazal I want to read is The Way Love Is. It's a bit more playful, a bit more personal. That's my ghazal 251. You fight and frighten one another, then end up with a laughing kiss, because that's just the way love is. Sometimes getting caught up in so much biz, because that's just the way love is. Flaming passion, and sometimes a fizz, because that's just the way love is. A heavy downpour, or a little drizz, because that's just the way love is. Testosterone Jack and career Ms. Sometimes that's just the way love is. Sometimes one with all that is, and that too is the way love is. And what is life? If they ask on a quiz, the most perfect answer, it's the way love is. Thank you so much. It's 7:40. Late for dinner. This is going to be tomorrow's live stream, so I can do my taxes tomorrow, at least start them. I'm going to walk over a second to say hi to whoever I see on the screen, and then sign off until the next time. On. Wow, Susan Roth. Wow, how nice to see you. Whoops, I just wiped everyone else off the screen. Oops. Anyway, thank you for being here, and I will be back probably on Wednesday, God willing. Bye now.